So Toyota Motor Philippines has just released the all-new RAV4, which is now on its 6th generation iteration. And it comes in two flavors, the ADV and this one, the Limited. So what are the difference? Let's discuss today. Hi, I'm Fort, and this is our first look of the Toyota RAV4. So this particular version is designed for the city crowd. It comes with a hammerhead look, that integrated honeycomb grille design down below, which is flanked by LED C-shaped headlamps and a pair of fog lamps down below. So this version has a more minimalist design compared to the other one, which is the ADV. So the biggest difference here at the side is the wheel design. So this LTD variant has the 20-inch split spoke wheels compared to the ADV, which has a solid 6-spoke design. So aside from that, this one has a lowered roof rails compared to the ADV, which has an increased bridge rails at the top. Black plastic claddings at the wheel wells, at the doors, and that gloss black portion for the side mirrors. At the rear, you will see that there is minimal difference between the two variants. So for both variants, it comes with segmented tail lamps, HEV and E4 logos, which we will discuss later on, and the blacked out Toyota logo, which I believe is the first among the TMP lineup. So accessing the luggage space at the back can be done in a push of a button, and you will see that it offers a good amount of luggage space here. So as you can see from this angle, it only seats 5. So there's no third row seat, which gives you more cargo space. Now let's check the rest of the interior. So inside the LTD, we notice that it has a lot of soft touch and leather portions, which is also the same as the ADV, except that the other one has more lively tones, which kind of reminds us of an American model. So one fun thing about this car is that its multifunction steering wheel is the same as the one we're about to see with the upcoming Land Cruiser FJ. So past the steering wheel, you have that low-mounted digital gauge cluster, which makes room for that head-up display. So sitting at the center of the dashboard is the floating infotainment screen, a pair of wireless charging docks, textured nooks and crannies, and that numerous buttons for the drive modes. So the front seats are power adjustable and has cooling functions, which we thought would be carried over at the back since meron siyang buttons to access it. But sadly, pag pinindot mo yung buttons, seat heating pala siya, which I believe hindi siya magagamit on Philippine setting. But at least it has 2 aircon vents and a pair of USB Type-C chargers at the back. The last features that makes this a premium vehicle is this JBL sound system and the panoramic moonroof. So that's our quick look of the interior. Now let's see how it drives. So we're now inside the Toyota RAV4 LTD HEV all-wheel drive variant. Powering this is a 2.5-liter hybrid engine mated to an ECVT, which sends its power to all 4 wheels via Toyota's E4 all-wheel drive system. So on paper, this drivetrain can deliver 235 horses and 221 Newton meters of torque. But as experienced right now, it feels like the pulling power is even more. So the dual motors of the Toyota E4 system did a great job in providing that instantaneous oomph whenever you step on the accelerator, just like this. However, all that power did not take its toll on fuel efficiency, as this vehicle did the 23 kilometers per liter on highway driving. And even if the vehicle had a lot of idling due to the shoots that we did for the whole day, it only went down to around 14 kilometers per liter. So definitely, kung yung lumang generation ng RAV4 ito, the fuel economy might drop to single digits pa. Also, it's easier to use the various drive modes, the terrain modes, the engaging of the EV mode of this vehicle, because Toyota use a lot of physical buttons for this. So hindi ka na rin mag-fish sa infotainment system when you're driving. So in terms of steering output, weighted siya, so hindi masyadong gumagalaw yung steering natin. Very stable. So when you attack corners, you can attack corners with confidence. So compared to the Corolla Cross, which we also drove earlier on the same road, on the same route, malaki yung difference ng suspension niya. So you know where you're putting your money's worth dito sa Toyota RAV4 LTD. So maganda yung pag-absorb ng bad ruts and yung mga bumps dito compared dun sa smaller crossover natin. So that premium and stable feeling can be attributed to the multi-link suspension system at the rear, which is a hallmark for premium crossovers. So in terms of braking, what I noticed is that initial bite, hindi siya ganun ka strong, but it still gives that braking confidence whenever you step on the pedal. So during our short seat time in the Toyota RAV4 LTD, wala ako naging angal when it comes to the overall performance of the Toyota RAV4 LTD. Will it hold up to a longer drive? We'll find out when we get our hands for a full review. Again, this is Ford, and see you on our next videos.